What's up YouTube, my name is Adrian from MMOs World and we are gonna be taking a look at the top 5 best free-to-play MMORPGs that you can enjoy right now. Free-to-play MMORPGs are the epitome of online games. They represent large games full of players, fun quests, interesting storylines, and good gameplay that we've come to expect. Ever since World of Warcraft became king of the MMO hill, other games just can't compete with a subscription model. Thus, the free-to-play model was born. Plenty of MMOs these days charge nothing for entry, but make revenue through in-game cash shops and content expansions. Today, there are tons of free-to-play MMORPGs on the market, and we are here to help you sift through the saturated space and pick out the top 5 high-quality free-to-play MMOs. This list is based on multiple factors, such as accessibility, content restriction, graphics, and much more. Before we begin, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more MMORPG top 5s. First on our list and number 5 is Wildstar. This sci-fi fantasy MMORPG started out as a subscription game but couldn't hold out long enough and soon transitioned into free-to-play. Created by Carbine Studios, Wildstar still has plenty to offer players looking for a new MMO to call home. What's great about Wildstar as a free-to-play MMO? Well, the biggest plus is that all content in-game is absolutely free. That means brand new players can start playing all the quests, main story quests, dungeons, and even content expansions without paying a single cent. In that regard, Wildstar is one of the most generous free-to-play MMOs out today. The content itself is really fun to play through, especially PvE dungeons and PvP battlegrounds. While there are some limitations and restrictions for free players, such as unable to create guilds, you can still join one. It's not as harsh as, say, Star Wars: The Old Republic. There is a premium status, aka subscription, in-game that free players can achieve too. By simply earning in-game gold, players can purchase cred tokens from another player to add 30 days of signature time. This grants bonuses and other benefits to players. All in all, Wildstar is a really good free-to-play MMO. The combat system is fast-paced and the good mix of classes is interesting. The setting and lore is also immersive and you can experience it all for the price of nothing. At number 4 is a veteran of the scene, TERA. TERA is well known for its free-to-play model on top of being one of the most combat-savvy MMORPGs today. At its heart, TERA is a lot of fun for new players looking for a free-to-play MMO. There's loads of non-gated content including main quests, dungeons, and PvP. The highlight of the MMO is definitely the fun action combat system. It's considered to be one of the pioneers of the modern action combat scene in the industry today. It combines movement, dodging, enhanced aiming, and tactical timing, which makes for some crazy fun. You'll also get the option to play using a controller if you want to. But it's the overall combination of a beautiful world with good graphics on top of the intricate races and classes that makes TERA a decent game. There's lots to see and do as a free player, and there's an optional subscription available if you want it. At number 3 is a fairly newcomer to the MMO stage. Revelation Online is a free-to-play Asian MMORPG that's both ambitious in design and classic where it needs to be. For starters, as you'd expect, being a free player grants you unlimited access to all the content within the game. Revelation Online does have a long progressing main story quest chain featuring great cinematics with QTE thrown in for good measure. The world is also charming, filled with characters that are likable. But ultimately, players looking for that familiar MMO feel will find it here. The game's classes, combat system, and other designs are pretty good, offering a lot of fun especially at endgame where there are a variety of PvE and PvP game modes to challenge you. While the cash shop will raise some pay-to-win questions, as a free player a lot of the items can also be earned in-game or bought from other players. Overall, Revelation Online is a solid entry if you're looking for a new free-to-play MMO. At number 2 is a modern classic and it's ArcheAge. There was a lot of hype surrounding ArcheAge just before it went live. It was touted to be the next biggest MMO in terms of scale and sandbox freedom for the player. Besides having a decent main story campaign, the game allowed you to own properties, establish your own country through lands, and build castles and so much more. It started life as a subscription-based game but could not hold on to it and went free-to-play a year later. So what makes ArcheAge a good free-to-play game? Well, the best part is that there is no compromise here. Content in this game isn't held behind a paywall, and the restrictions are fair enough that lets new players experience all that is good about the game. You can build your own character class from a set of abilities, go on expeditions with other players, and participate in huge PvP battles both on land or sea. And all this on top of the quests and stories in the game. Again, there is an optional premium status you can purchase that offers benefits, but you won't ever feel like you need them unless you want to be the best crafter or PvPer. And finally, our number one pick for the best free-to-play MMORPG game in 2017 is Cryptic Studios' Neverwinter. Neverwinter is a free-to-play MMORPG based on the popular Dungeons & Dragons franchise. Unlike its older MMO brother, Dungeons & Dragons Online, Neverwinter is the more modern of the two and offers a lot of modern systems to cater to this generation's free-to-play MMO goers. Released back in 2013, players are able to jump into Neverwinter and start exploring the world and its huge amounts of linear quests for absolutely free. The linearity of the content is actually well paced and does indeed feel like a great theme park MMO and captures the essence of a D&D world perfectly. There are a good amount of classes to pick from, and combat is also action and reticle based, making it fast and fun to play. But the reason for taking top spot is the commitment of the team behind this MMO to consistently produce new and fun content for its players. Expansion and updates come fairly often and all for the price of zero. The game makes a lot of revenue from the store, but as a free player, not a lot of shopping is required to have fun here. The dungeons are a blast, and PvP can be a challenging affair if you want to come out the best. On top of that, you can play Neverwinter on your couch using your consoles. It's one of the earliest MMOs to go the multi-platform route, and the gameplay is just as good on a controller as with a mouse and keyboard. My personal favorite thing about Neverwinter is the Foundry. The Foundry allows players to become their own dungeon masters. You can create your own quests and campaigns for other players to play through and rate. It's such a fresh take on allowing players to create and curate content, which is a first for any MMORPG on the market today. And there you have it, those are our top 5 free-to-play MMORPGs of 2017. Which MMOs do you think should also make the list? Leave your thoughts in the comments section below. For more on MMORPGs, hit that subscribe button and check us out at mmosworld.com. As ever, I'm Adrian from MMOs World, signing out.